So hello students, welcome back to our series. Those were the questions which you have got. I believe you would have definitely enjoyed these two questions. They are extremely good questions. We will be looking at the results. See, those results will be extremely important here, bachcho. So be ready. We will be discussing so many results with the help of which, particularly the first question. Of course, today we are going to solve the first question only. So this question I am going to solve with the help of several many results. Okay. Let's start. See, a parabola is given, not a given, rather a parabola touches the angle bisectors of these two lines. That's the first statement. At the point this and this. Okay. Then we have to find everything related to parabola, its focus, its vertex, its axis, and everything. Okay. Okay. So now let's start. See, if I draw the lines, if you notice these two lines, they pass through the point -1, -1. That's first important point. Okay, so I'm not going to use these two lines because nothing else is required. Their angle bisectors are tangent to the parabola which we need. Okay, whose focus, axis, directrix we need, bachcho. Okay, so these two lines passes through this point. So of course their angle bisectors will also pass through the same point. So if I mark this point here -1, -1, and again see, let's see, from here we start with the result. First result, very basic result. Angle bisectors for a given pair of lines are always perpendicular to each other. So whatever the equation of angle bisectors be, whatever it be, doesn't matter, it is for sure, since these are angle bisectors for a given pair of lines, given two lines, they have to be perpendicular to each other. And since these angle bisectors touch a parabola, so at a point, so if I draw this parabola, so let's say at the point, that's one point here, bachcho. So this is, let's say P, I think it's 1, 1, isn't that? And the other point is 0, -2. So this is Q, 0, -2. So aren't the tangents perpendicular? Now here comes the second result. Perpendicular tangents can be drawn to any conic from any point on its director circle, and for parabola is the only conic whose director circle is actually not a circle, it's a directrix. Okay, so that means this point lie on the directrix. Okay, so that's another statement here. So the point lie on the directrix. Okay, and moreover, if the tangents are perpendicular, then their focal chord, so then their chord of contact, I'm sorry, if the tangents are perpendicular, then their chord of contact, so this is the chord of contact, and the result says if the tangents are perpendicular, their chord of contact is nothing but the focal chord. So that's the focal chord. So that means our focus, whatever the focus be, we don't know right now. So maybe that's the focus. I'm just writing it F. Okay, so we need focus as the first part. So it passes through the focus. Now that's another result, bachcho. So we have used 2-3 results by now. Now let's move ahead for further result. Now see, one more important result is, and that is, see, I'm explaining it. The property of parabola, that's the property of parabola, but I am explaining it with the help of standard horizontal parabola. It says that the segment of tangent between its point of contact and the directrix, I am calling it as point D. Okay, the segment of tangent between its point of contact and the directrix subtend a right angle at the focus. Now that's another result. Subtend right angle at the focus, you can easily derive it. Okay, so consider y square is equal to 4ax, consider this point to be in terms of parameter 80 square, 280, and then draw the tangent, get the equation of tangent using capital T equal to 0. You can easily derive it. Okay, so now if that's the focus here, so if I consider the point to be alpha, beta, so we know that slope of, and if I call, okay, let me call this point also as D because this point is on the directrix. So now if I say that slope of DF and PF, so slope of FD into slope of FP should be -1. That's one result. Okay, now let's use it quickly. So this imply beta plus 1 upon alpha plus 1. So that's slope of FD into slope of PF will be beta -1 upon alpha. -1 will be -1. Okay, so beta square -1 is equal to minus alpha square plus 1. So here we get alpha square plus beta square is equal to 2. That's one relation. Where's the other relation? The other relation is this point lie on the line joining P and Q, because that's the focal chord. Okay, so now again see, in that case we can just equate the slope again. So I will say slope of PF is equal to slope of QF bachcho. So now I should switch to the next slide, I believe. So beta -1 upon alpha -1. So therefore beta -1 upon alpha -1 is equal to beta plus 2 upon alpha. So beta plus 2 upon alpha. Now cross multiply. So we get alpha beta minus alpha is equal to alpha beta minus beta plus 2 alpha minus 2. So that's gone. So we get a linear type of relation which is beta. So right, it's 3 alpha. So beta is equal to 3 alpha minus 2 if I'm not wrong. Now let's put this value here in alpha square plus beta square is equal to 2, isn't that? So alpha square plus 3 alpha minus 2 whole square is equal to 2, and that's it. Okay, so from here we can get alpha. So if I wouldn't have committed any calculation error, that you people can take care of course. Okay, so we'll get 10 alpha square minus 12 alpha plus 4 plus 2 equal to 0. So 5 alpha square minus 6 alpha plus 1 equal to 0. So I think one is alpha is 1 by 5 and another one is alpha. Alpha is 1. Okay, so alpha is 1 by 5 or alpha is 1. Now see, okay, yeah, we got it. We got it. Why? Because I was a bit suspicious about getting two different alpha and beta, because we can't have two focus in that case. Okay, given the information in the question. Now see, I'll be rejecting this. Why? Because see, one point P is 1 comma 1. If alpha is also 1 comma 1, so that means this has to be a vertical line. In that case, Q should also lie on that vertical line. That's not the possibility. So alpha is 1 by 5. So focus is 1 by 5, and then we have beta. So we can get beta. Where is it? So therefore beta is 3 by 5 minus 2. It's minus 7 by 5. Let me check it quickly again. 3 by 5 minus 2 is minus 7 by 5. Okay, so minus 7 by 5. Hence we got the first result, the focus of this parabola. Now the other is, actually you have to get everything, axis, directrix, everything. Now I'll be using one more interesting result here bachcho, and that is, see, if of course that's the focal chord here, we passing through focus, so that's Q here. Okay, and that's the point from where perpendicular tangents are drawn. So of course that doesn't seem to be the tangent here, but okay. DQ is again another tangent. Okay, because at the end points of the focal chord, if you draw tangent, that will always meet on the directrix. Okay, now see, interesting one. If I try to find the midpoint of P and Q, so midpoint of PQ, okay, if I call it M, then remember the slope of MD, the midpoint of focal chord and the point from where tangents are drawn, or the point where the tangents drawn at the end points of the focal chord meet the directrix. This slope is whatever the slope is, this slope is the slope of axis. Okay, that means it is always, so this imply MD line joining the midpoint of the focal chord and the point where the tangents drawn at the end points of focal chord meet. The line joining these 2 points is always parallel to the axis of parabola. That's it. Okay, so now we have axis equation also bachcho. Why? Because we have already got the focus. Now I will say, let us write the midpoint here. So midpoint of P and Q is half, comma, I think minus half. No bachcho? Yeah, minus half. Okay, so therefore slope of axis is the slope of MD minus half minus 1, half minus 1. Okay, so therefore slope of axis is same as slope of MD. So again, what was that? Minus half minus 1 is plus half, and then half plus 1 is 3 by 2. So it's what, half upon 3 by 2. So isn't that, so it's half upon 3 by 2, so it's 1 by 3. So therefore equation of axis is passing through focus with this slope. So it's y minus plus 7 by 5. Okay, that was ordinate, minus 7 by 5 was the ordinate of the focus, and slope times x minus 1 by 5. So that's the equation of axis. Now how will we get the equation of directrix? For directrix we already know a point on the directrix, minus 1 comma 1. Slope of directrix will be, it's perpendicular to the axis, so it's nothing but minus 3. So therefore equation is y plus 1 is equal to minus 3 times x plus 1. How will we get vertex? You find the point of intersection of these 2 points. So get its point of intersection of the axis and the directrix. Okay, let's say I call it point A. Now the midpoint of A and focus. Okay, so therefore midpoint of point A and focus is the vertex, bachcho. So hence we got everything. If you have to find the lateral sectum length, then distance between the A and F is twice A, that is semi-lateral sectum. So it's twice will give us the length of lateral sectum. Okay, so this is how we can get everything related to this parabola. So I believe you would have learned so many results or recalled or revised so many results related to parabola here in this question, bachcho.